Hi everyone. Today's video is going to touch on 15 different reasons you may not have narcissistic personality disorder. I want to be clear of a couple things first. That this disorder, NPD, has a very distinct diagnostic criteria. Okay, it's supposed to be not very many people that have this. And the thing is that we're all narcissistic. Okay, it's a spectrum. We're all in the middle. And so you have narcissistic traits. Everyone does. But after narcissistic abuse, after somebody abuses you and is very narcissistic, not necessarily a narcissist, we lose a sense of who we are, of ourself. And it creates self-doubt. Maybe someone has called us a narcissist. Or watching videos about narcissism or reading information about it will point out your own narcissism and wonder if you have this disorder. If you clearly don't and you wonder if you do, your sense of self-awareness is lacking. Okay? So let's get into it. 15 reasons or signs you're not a narcissist. And just because someone doesn't do one or a couple of these things doesn't mean they don't have the disorder. And just because you do one or a couple of these things doesn't mean that, or because you don't, means that you're a narcissist. Okay? So number one, you're watching this video because you're considering you might have NPD. Typically, people with personality disorders aren't trying to find out what they have and what's wrong with them, especially narcissists. There's many of people with this disorder that don't care. There's many people with this disorder that will deny it to no ends. But the fact that you want to know and you're curious, you're worried about it, pretty good sign you might not have it. Number two, you care how you make people feel bad. It's one thing that we care about making people feel good, and many manipulators will do that. It also can be very rewarding, makes us feel good. But when you make someone feel bad, it bothers you. It causes you uncomfortability, stress. You hurt when someone else you care for hurts. And if you do that to them, you care. And it doesn't feel good, and it hurts you. Number three, apologies are genuine. This is a two-parter. Apologies are genuine, and you can dish them out. No problem. Doesn't hurt to apologize. Doesn't scare you to apologize. You can take accountability. You can even apologize when something is not your fault. But you correct the behavior. You don't just apologize for something and then wait a couple weeks and start doing it again. Yeah? An apology without the changed behavior is manipulation. So when somebody apologizes to you for something and then they start doing it again, their apologies mean nothing. They're manipulating you. We don't do it again. We apologize and not do it again. We can actually correct our behaviors. And we care and we want to because we're cooperating with people in a relationship. Number four. Although competitive, I'm competitive, most of us are, you can accept losing. It's not fun to lose, but we can accept it. I played a lot of sports when I was a kid growing up, and I can, like, so vividly remember some of the kids on my team or teams that we beat, they lost, and they start crying. I mean, I've seen this all the way into high school and college. They get angry and throw stuff because they just lost. Like, the team lost. Like, what, are you going to win every single game? That's what this is all about? Just winning? It's not fun to play? You know what I mean? It's like I'm pretty well-rounded. I've played tennis and basketball and football, and I golfed and all this just growing up. And there's no way you can expect to win all the time. And that's not what it's about. It's fun. I play games because it's fun. And I'll even play games I'm not even great at. You know, I wasn't the best. Let's see. I would say baseball, maybe basketball was my worst. I wasn't awful, but I still like playing them, even if I'm not really good, even if I lose. It's still fun, especially with my friends. Number 5. How a person in your life feels is more important than what they do. Rather than focusing on the, whatever the behavior was, you want to know how they feel about it. And you can recognize that something they may have done may not feel good to them. That's real empathy, compassion. But you care more about how they feel. And mistakes they make and stuff like this are easy to forgive. It's okay. You just want them to feel better, right? Number 6 leads me to, you don't point out others' faults, weaknesses, shortcomings, or mistakes. Why would you need to point that out unless you were their boss? Your work is declining, you've been late too many times, or you've broken too many things, or, because we need to correct the behavior. But we don't do that with people in our life. It's just shaming them, isn't it? We want to tell them it's okay, it's all right, help them feel better about it. Because we care about how people feel rather than what they do. All right? Number 7. You don't categorize people by a value of what they can do for you. And this is a big one. Because people in the cluster B personality disorders are very, very exploitative. Especially borderlines who think they aren't. They just don't know it. They're exploitative. Big time. All of them. All of them. And if anybody wants to tell me no, they're not, you can challenge me, I'll challenge you and show you how you are. But we don't categorize people we especially don't place a value on people. We value our relationships. And I don't have a friend that gives me a ride, a friend that borrows me money, and a friend that listens to me emotionally dump on them, and a friend that I can treat like crap, and a friend that I love to treat really good because they make me feel good. No. People are unique. And I might love my friend Lisa. I like hanging out with Lisa the most. I just do, we hang out 4 or 5 nights out of the week and stay in touch with each other every day and, give each other updates. It feels good. I love her. I love very, very endearing qualities that Lisa has. And my friend Mark has many of the same qualities, but totally different personality. And we go out and play basketball together. He really likes basketball, and so do I. Not that good at it, but I love it. You see? But I don't do that. Toxic, manipulative, exploitative people do that to no ends. Have sex, ride, money, listen, be there for me, unload my anger. Number 8, you accept no for an answer. And it doesn't hurt. And it doesn't piss you off and bother you. And you don't keep trying to talk someone into what you want them to do. I can't imagine. I mean, God, I think back my whole life and trying to talk someone into something would be like, try my food. Will you just try a bite? Maybe something like that. We always go to the movies, but you just don't feel like it tonight. And I'm like, come on. Maybe you'll feel better when you get there. But, geez, can I borrow money? Please, I'm broke. Can I come over to your house? I got nothing else to do. Well, it's okay if you don't feel good. Just sit there, I just want to watch. I mean, and it's just this consistent. I used to know somebody that would be in those company scams, pyramid schemes, always trying to talk you into it. Every day, you could just unleash on them and go, you're getting ripped off, you're a scam, that's stupid, don't ever say it again. Very next day, you should join this, you should join this, you should join it. It's going to be so big. And you're just like, I told you no. I'm just trying to make you, I'm just trying to do this for you. And I'm trying to, dude, stop. Worry about your own life, because those people usually have much bigger problems than you do. Number 8. Already said that. You accept no for an answer. Number 9. You're not exploitative. Making use of a situation or treating others unfairly for personal gain. You don't take advantage of or benefit from another. Number 10. The thought of someone talking about you doesn't scare you, worry you, bother you, make you uncomfortable. And that's someone they have no reason to talk bad about you, right? I mean, if I'm dating a narcissist and I know that they say that I'm bad at these and bad things, then I just wonder if they're going to go tell someone else, or I've caught them doing that before, so I know. No, just a friend. Somebody has no reason to talk bad about you. They've never said anything bad to you about to your face. And they go hang out with other people. You don't worry about them saying bad things about you. Or let's say people that don't know you talking bad about you is not a big deal. Not that big of a deal. Kills a narcissist. The scare could be frightened, excessively worry. If you don't do these things, you're comfortable with that. It's pretty good. Pretty secure in who you are. Number 11. You don't rehash old fights. You don't keep the score and constantly blame and lash out later, much later, about things that bother you. You don't say, yeah, everything's fine, and then later bring it up. Throw it in people's faces. Have an argument, and then later tell them this is how the argument went, instead of just fixing it then. You don't bring up that you've done what things you've done for someone that's good. I've done this for you. I've done that for you. I took care of you. I gave you money. I paid for that one time. Remember, I've given you gifts on Christmas. No, you don't do that, right? Probably not a narcissist. Probably not. Number 12. You keep your word. Integrity. It's really all you have. You honor obligations and don't just want to get your own side of the deal. You don't make a deal and get your side and not follow, or you get what you want from them, that side of the half of the deal, but you don't do what you have to do for them now. Now you change the rules. Now you move the goalposts. Hey, we agreed till, we agreed to be quiet till 2 o'clock, and then all of a sudden I'm going to come back and say, no, we said 3. Remember? And even if someone doesn't do well on their side of the deal, you still uphold yours. Number 13. People with much more than you doesn't bother you. Right? People that are obviously better looking than you, that's what other people think, you're okay with that. People that have more money and more belongings and a bigger house and more cars, doesn't bother you. If that was that important to you, you would try to achieve that. It takes a lot of commitment, a lot of space and time. You might find value in other things in life and not place so much on that. That'd be good. People that are maybe more popular or more successful, have a better career, a nicer family, nicer looking family. Someone that everybody likes doesn't bother you, because it does a narcissist, let me tell you. Someone that's very popular, they'll emulate them and try to get close to them, and if they can't, then they'll try to ruin their life. Total covert narcissist. You can see that stuff online everywhere. Number 14. We don't talk bad about people. People you don't know. I'm guilty of that. Talking bad about politicians, actors. There's some I really don't like, don't care for. But I'm not obsessed with it. Definitely don't need to ruin their life. Especially people you do know, or people that you used to know. Imagine talking bad about somebody and say, yeah, they used to be my boyfriend, my girlfriend. They're my brother, but I don't talk to them anymore. Real piece of crap. Just a bad person. Guess what he did to me one time? Guess what he said one time? Isn't that just bad? And what are you? You found something bad, something else that's bad to do, but what they did that's bad is so bad, but what you did that's bad is, nah, that's not that bad. Maybe especially if I point out other people that are so bad and what they do that's so bad. Yeah? Calling people evil, calling people bad. Let's stop doing that. You've done evil things, you've done bad things. What qualifies someone to be a bad person? And how many times do they have to do that? Once? You ever hurt someone? You ever talk bad about someone? I see it all the time in my comment section. Awful, disgusting, toxic. Number 15, last one. Here's a biggie. People who know you agree that you do these things. They agree with your answers. Yeah? You don't talk bad about people, right? You don't exploit people. You don't accuse people of things. You don't... You can apologize and all these things, and you wrote down these answers, and the people that know you would agree, right? And if you're not a narcissist, if anything, your friends, if the answers aren't right, then your friends will say, "Oh no, you don't really do that," and you're like, "Really, I don't? No, you're a good person. You're not a narcissist." Okay. If these all apply to you in a positive manner, you're probably not a narcissist. Like I said, even one or two that you might do scored wrong on. Or you're a narcissist that lacks such self-awareness, you hate yourself so much, you can't look at yourself because it hurts so bad, you can't introspect, can't apologize, can't change your behaviors, but you think you didn't do any of these, and someone that tells you, yeah, you're pretty bad. No, you do that. Ask people around you what they think if you're really worried about it. I think more importantly is to hire a professional. I believe truly if anyone has experienced a narcissistic abusive relationship, we need to talk to a professional to heal from it. To not do that could be much more damaging. Honestly, you could have a 10-year absolutely toxic, damaging relationship with someone, but guess what? For the next 10 years, you could get worse after it's over just by not getting help. I can explain that more to anybody who wants to know. So I know I challenged some of you in some of these. How did it feel? You okay with it? Or do you get really angry and vindictive and want vengeance? Pretty narcissistic. Yeah? Can't you look at yourself? Can't you say, yeah, I've done some bad things. Yes, I've hurt people before. It's wrong. I just try not to again. Or do you like to point the finger at somebody else and say, look at this bad person? Huh? We're all here together, everybody. And we're all stuck on this planet together. Let's try to get along. Let's try to better ourselves and make the world a better place instead of pointing fingers and calling people bad and evil. Especially hating on people just for a mental illness. My videos are about bad behaviors. Just so happens most of them have personality disorders. So I try to help you guys understand their behaviors to alleviate some shame and guilt. Maybe not do this again. This video is meant to offer some self-assurance. Erase some doubt. I think we all experience that in relationships like that. I would truly love to hear your guys' examples. I know there's many more. Put them down in the comment section down there. Please. It'll help other people, hundreds of other people that watch this video. Ask me questions, anything you want. Anybody wants coaching, you can find me at daviddemars.com. The link's right down below. Thank you guys. Love yourself first. Bye-bye.